Hello and welcome back to Trüberbrook. Our papers have been stolen. We saw some weird ectoplasm goo, for the lack of a better word. And now we have to get them back, and in order to get them back we need this lift. We need to repair this. So let's look around.
There's got to be a way we can fix this.
Probably shouldn't touch this, but... oh boy.
Are you okay? Do you have brain damage?
I hope not.
I wonder what that is. This old generator is running at maximum strength. It's even sending out... This old generator is running at maximum strength. It's even sending out sparks.
Finish your sentences, buddy.
Hello?
Sad
Anybody
melody.
there?
Okay.
What was that? Judging by the smell, this was used to transport cookies and lollipops.
Okay. Oh, I could pick it up. Okay, that's good. Anything else?
You can see all over the valley. From this distance, I can only imagine what's on the other shore. The platform further uptown presents a wonderful view of the valley. Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely to the other shore and across the mountains.
Okay. I also think that, yes, I can actually highlight the things that I can interact with. Press the space bar.
Danger. High voltage. This old generator is running at maximum strength.
Okay.
It's a well-known fact that weasels have a dangerously loving affection towards all sorts of cables. The present case suggests a rather impressive specimen, judging by the thickness of the cable. Last resort, self-termination.
Oh, wow. What is this? The sign here.
I noticed a figure on one of the rocks, a hexagon. I can only speculate on its purpose.
Okay.
Hey, what's that look on your face, Professor?
I met a woman named Gretchen in Trüberbrook. She is a fellow scientist. Gretchen studied anthropology in Vienna.
Could you please focus on the task at hand?
Sorry. Just recording, okay?
Hi.
Hey.
Let's see. I wonder what interest the burglar has in my paper.
I wonder what interest the burglar has in my paper.
Presumably not the brightest candle on the cake. Who else would steal a paper on quantum physics?
Fair enough. So, how long have you been here?
So, how long have you been here?
The day before yesterday. Feels much longer though. And just saying, the public transportation around here? Germany is a mess.
Why Trüberbrook of all places?
Why Trüberbrook of all places? It's hard to find, even on a map. But I'm not from these parts after all.
I've been trying to pinpoint the exact location of those ritual grounds for a while now. And when I finally found them, I immediately took off. The people around here are nice, but also a little weird, don't you think?
I mean, now that you mention it.
Now that you mention it,
Tell me about yourself.
what would you like to know?
So you're from the States, huh?
The United States of America.
Where from exactly?
Woodinville, Washington.
Oh.
Never heard of it. Any bigger cities nearby that I might know?
Seattle, the rainy jewel of the Northwest. Heard of it?
Oh yes, I know the place. I was passing through some time ago.
Oh,
You've
nice.
been to the States?
Yes, once. That was a few years back though. Actually, I had come to New York to attend a conference. But then I got acquainted with some folks there and stayed a while longer.
Huh, nice.
A while longer. In New York City?
Not the whole time, no. Took a little road trip. First off to the New England states, Boston, Waterville, all the way up to Moosehead Lake, Mount Catherine and so on. Then Canada and the Midwest. Montreal, Toronto, Detroit, Chicago. On and on. Then Washington State. Sort of got stuck there. Oregon, down to San Francisco. Ah, those were the days.
Wow.
That's quite the trip.
You must have passed through Seattle on the way then.
Yes, maybe. And that's where you study?
No, I studied on the East Coast. The Cornell, Ithaca, under Dr. Schrodinger. Have you heard of
Dr.
him?
Schrödinger.
Of course. Now I understand why you're on exchange in Germany.
Exchange? No, it's more of a coincidence. I won the trip.
You won?
Don't ask me. I've never taken part in any lottery.
Yeah, that's not
Interesting.
suspicious at all. We're just
So-
accepting that we want a trip to a pretty random place in Germany. But okay.
It's glowing red. It seems you need a special key to get the thing running.
Indeed, mastermind. Did you already ask around town? Maybe someone there has it.
Yet, I'm taking my time, okay?
These binoculars should provide an excellent view of the opposite lakeshore.
Do want to be as thorough as possible.
I have to insert a coin first.
Oh, do we have a coin? There we. Oh, that's weird. I have to move him to open the inventory again. Then I can't really inspect it. Okay. Well, good to know, I guess.
The local gondola lift's hauling cables seem to be intact, although there aren't any gondolas or mining carts attached to it. A smell of oil and soil lingers in the air. I've already made an entry on this.
Okay.
The platform further uptown presents a
Oh, he replaced it. Nice.
Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely to the other shore and across the mountains.
Okay. Well, let's go down back to the town and actually look around a little bit. And maybe we can find some help and get the key as well. Who are you?
This table, it has a wobble. Everything's going down the drain around here.
Let's talk to this guy.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
Are you alright?
Are you all right?
Please don't ask. I can't even savor my cognac as long as this terrible table keeps on wobbling.
Poor guy.
Good morning.
Excuse me,
Wearing
sir.
a Prussian helmet. Got yourself a nice spot here.
You've got yourself a nice spot here.
It's heartbreaking to see the town in decline like this. Everything's going down the drain, just like this wobbly table.
He's very upset about his wobbly
Good
table.
morning.
Excuse me, sir.
It can be very annoying, but...
I've been wondering about that cable car.
I don't want to think about the old cable car. This wobbling table is simply unbearable. It's driving me crazy.
Okay. Can I do something here?
You better keep your distance. This table has a horrible wobble.
Actually, it's quite a nice table.
Be careful. The table is wobbling terribly.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I've mentioned that before. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else in town here. Oh. The sword is glowing. What's going on here?
Looks like it was struck by lightning the other night.
Oh.
Still looks in good condition, though.
Huh. Interesting.
Hilarious the Unready, Margrave of Trüberbrook.
Hilarious?
Savior of Trüberbrook. Yep. In the year of our Lord, 1250.
Okay.
Wooden fences always remind me of my old neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, right. I want some ice cream. The ice dealer. I go further to this side. Doesn't seem that way. So let's go back here. Maybe we can talk to the receptionist. There she is.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
I'd like to report a theft.
I'd like to report a theft. There was an uninvited guest in my room last night.
In our house? Oh dear, I'm so very sorry. Let me call the police immediately.
Thanks.
I will keep you informed.
Okay, thank you. This establishment you call your own has quite the charm.
This establishment you call your own has quite the charm.
A family business for more than 75 years. Actually, I took over the guest house together with my brother. But now it's just me and my little daughter.
Okay. What happened to your brother?
So what happened to your brother?
The only interest that scoundrel had was in his bottles. In the end, that good-for-nothing took a half too much of his Bolzenschuss and just made off.
That does sound strong. The Bolzenschuss.
Being the only guest, I was wondering, how's the season going so far?
Season? We haven't had one in ages.
Your daughter really likes watching TV, huh?
You see, the kid is always in front of the box. She's got her mind set on extraterrestrials and alien worlds.
Oh.
Nonsense, don't you think? Anything else I can do for you?
Oh, I feel ready for a beer.
Truda, would you pour me one of your Pilsner beers, please?
Just
Yes.
a second, Professor. Here, a coaster.
Oh,
There you go.
we got the coaster
Cheers.
probably to stop the... Did I get the beer? Oh, it's the beer behind us. There. Maybe we can use the coaster for stopping the wobble of the table. Oh. Oh, wow. We're definitely thirsty. Okay, a couple of coasters. Anything else to talk to her about?
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
Can you tell me something about the old cable car?
Can you tell me something about the old cable car?
The cable car leads up to the old mine. It used to belong to the Baron von Sülz. Then this company from overseas forced him to sell it.
Okay, who is Baron von Sülz?
Who exactly is this Baron von Sülz?
Baron von Sülz used to run the mine, a philanthropist and patron of the arts. His wife was a flamboyant Baroness von Sülz. You must have heard of her. Anyway, when the company took over the mine, the Baroness dropped him as well and left the Baron behind. A broken man. Now his cat is his only remaining pleasure.
Okay. Oh, was that the cat that we saw in the beginning that kind of looked like a fox? What were they mining for?
What were they mining for? Do you know?
An old silver mine. So nothing a quantum physicist would be interested in. It's been a few years, back in the days, when there was enough work for everyone.
Okay.
Then this company took over the mine, only to shut it down immediately.
Why did they shut it down?
So why did they shut down the mine?
There is talk and rumors all over the town. Allegedly, people started disappearing without a trace. Tourists, poor laborers without families, the odd stranger. Some folks were also talking about toxic residues in the air and the water. But
Okay.
nobody knows anything with certainty. If you ask me, I'm just glad the whole affair has come to an end. All those rumors have kept spa guests away for years, as you can see for yourself.
That's interesting.
What about this mysterious company you were talking of?
They are called Millennium Cooperative or something like that. A very dubious corporation. They have connections to the top, if you know what I mean. Way up to the highest circles of power.
What became of the miners?
What became of the people working the mine?
More and more outsiders came to town. Nobody knows what they were actually doing in the mines. Some went missing, some went crazy. Who can tell? At one point, they even bought the old sanitarium in order to provide housing for their workers. That was before the mine shut down, of course.
Oh, is this just a summary about what we just heard? Let's try that.
Would you wrap up the whole story in detail for me again?
The cable car leads up to the old mine. It used to belong to the Baron von Sülz. Then this company from overseas forced him to sell it. They are called Millennium Cooperative or something like that. A very dubious corporation.
Okay, that's a cool feature to
I've heard
get
enough.
like a quick
Thank you.
summary.
Anything else I can do for you?
I don't think so.
I'll be
right
leaving
now.
then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhausen. By the way, the
Oh.
buffet is open.
Oh!
Please, help yourself.
Ooh, yes, please. "998 years of Trüberbrook. All that we wish for is a wonderful festivity for a wonderful place that is our beloved Trüberbrook. Mayor J. Bierschock." We have a new bus schedule. Creepy findings in the swamps. Someone also circled the September 1st. Trüberbrook. Our beautiful village of Trüberbrook was first mentioned in the records in 1969. We all are looking forward excitedly to the big 1000. We feel that 998 years are equally a birthday worth celebrating. The Tribune and the Trüberbrookian Advertising Association, TAA, would hereby like to invite you to a fabulous celebration. The party is being held on September 1st, as every year, in front of the memorial of our founding father Heinz Erebus Erdmann von Übelgönne. We all rejoice to tap a new vintage barrel of our Bolzenschuss schnapps and try a crispy bratwurst or schnitzel with sauerkraut. Let's swing the leg to a very special musical guest that has yet to be revealed. As in previous years, there will be a big raffle with lots of great prizes. The grand first prize will be an all-day paddle boat trip on the scenic Trüberbrook Lake, sponsored by Hades Souvenir Shop and Boat Rental. From the folks next door to the one-time visitor, everyone is invited to please feel free to bring our families, friends, loved ones, neighbors, and pets. Be there or be square. Interesting. So maybe like we should remember September 1st as the town's birthday.
Now look at all these fishing rods. Quite the collection.
You
I
can
get
borrow
one?
one if you like, but only in exchange for a pawn. They have a tendency to get lost otherwise.
Pawn?
Okay.
You mean deposit?
Okay,
Now look at all these...
You can borrow. They have a tendency.
Pawn?
okay, deposit. Do I have? Apparently I don't have anything to deposit right now. Ah. Ooh, why are... I was so excited for the buffet, but now I see all the flies.
This can must have fallen off the table. Modern cuisine. A lump of minced meat in the shape of a hedgehog.
Oh, it's the Mad
Garnished with
Eagle.
spike resembling breadsticks. Toast Hawaii. Cheese skewers. Looks a bit shabby.
Well, of course there is a Mad Eagle. For those who don't know what a Mad Eagle is, feel free to Google it. It is a pure joy. As I found out, especially US people are a big fan of the concept of Mad Eagle. So it's spelled METTIGEL. Just have a look.
Is that a maggot?
Oh,
It's having a good time.
oh wow.
They serve traditionally hearty local meals in this place. Apparently a few maggots found themselves a lovely home in there.
Usually Mad Eagle does not have
I'll
maggots
save
in
you,
it.
my little friend.
Oh, we get a maggot. Oh, maybe we can use that for fishing later.
Note to self, the buffet in this guest house is an obvious case for the public health department.
So it looks like
I
it.
don't want to take this with me. If anywhere, it belongs in the trash. But I love cheese skewers.
Oh yes, that's good.
A dim oil painting showing a couple of withering roses in a vase. Some of the varnish is starting to come off. How poetic. There's something funny about that clock.
What do you mean?
Science fiction. Something involving spaceships.
Let's talk to the girl.
She seems very focused.
Hey, please don't stand there.
Hey. She's almost in a trance.
Please don't stand there.
Excuse me, didn't mean to. What's that you're watching?
Never seen a TV before?
Coming up next, a new episode of Rocketship Andromeda.
Have you been living under a rock? With a TV set, you can take journeys to other worlds. Now that I think of it, I have never seen you here before. Are you from
True.
another world as well?
I mean, depends.
Depends on how you look at it. My name is Hans. I just arrived from Berlin.
Hey Hans, I'm Leni. My mom owns the place.
70,000 light years from home, the rocket ship has stranded in star system Omega 3.
Is Berlin also in star system Omega 3?
Not quite. Berlin is located in Brandenburg, so it's worlds apart.
Berlin is located right in the middle of Brandenburg, so it is worlds apart.
Brandenburg? Never heard of it.
star cybernetation Commander Aurora is searching for a way back home.
And what do you do for a living? Are you a famous cybernetician too?
Quantum physicist.
I'm a quantum physicist.
And what? Anyways, I'm going to be a star cybernetician.
Oh,
Only Commander Aurora can disintegrate the even Rulans into thin air with her space beams.
So, do you Berlinellians have any special powers?
Berlinellians.
Can you make things disappear?
That's great. I mean, if you're referring to my bank deposit.
If you're referring to my bank deposit.
You're saying a lot of silly things.
Yep.
Stay tuned, folks. We will be right back after a few consumer-oriented product endorsements.
My uncle knew how to make things disappear as well. I also know where, but I mustn't tell anyone on Earth.
Oh. After all, I'm not originally from Earth.
Well, after all, I'm not originally from Earth. I'm a Berlin alien, remember?
Right. But then, how can you prove you're not an Earthling?
I'll think of something.
Oh.
Look, this is the star log I'm using to stay in contact with my home planet.
Oh. Smart.
Just met human child Lenny, keeper of a cosmic secret.
Awesome. Is this a star log for real? May I please?
My pleasure.
This is Lenny of planet Earth speaking. My uncle had a secret stash hidden under a loose plank in room 3.
Ah.
Room 3. That happens to be my room.
Room 3 used to be where my uncle Heinz lived.
And where is your uncle now?
My mom says he is now living on planet No Good.
Oh. Okay. Okay, interesting.
Now where would
We
this
have a
lead
hidden
to?
stash in our room.
Locked.
Let's check that out. Maybe under the rug. Aha!
There really is a hidden stash below. Loads of useless junk, and an almost empty bottle of schnapps. I'll only take the schnapps. Bolts and shoes.
Okay, then we have the bolts and shoes. Anything else we can do here?
Just a hanger.
Let's take this though.
I don't want to mess up the crime scene.
What's this?
Maybe somebody hid their money in there.
Oh, okay.
Supplemental. I'm afraid the condition of my room is far below expected.
Well, it's still better than the buffet.
No.
I can't use this little skewer. Oh. Another one, okay.
Fresh air is still the preferable way to dry your laundry. The antenna provides TV reception for the guest house.
Okay, good to know. We should have two. Can I do anything? Can't interact with them, so I can't combine them. That's good to know. Gäste. Family Frankenstein, okay. See if there are some Easter eggs. If you notice anything, let me know in the comments below. Bitte nächstes Mal mehr Rum zum Kaffee. Please, next time more rum in the coffee. Okay. Or with the coffee. Okay. To the Moon Studios. What if those are also developers and people who worked on it? Hidden here. Don't see anything. Too special here right now. Probably developers and people who worked on it. What's this? Something underneath the bed.
There's something lying on the floor. It's a massage rod.
Oh,
Somebody must have misplaced it.
a massage rod. Oh, okay. Okay, a towel, nice.
Before you even know, the world lies in ruins. I hope this isn't a bad omen.
Oh, I hope so too. I think there's anything else here. Let's see if we can help the guy with the wobbly table. Can I give her anything for a deposit? What's this exactly?
Would this be an adequate deposit for the fishing rod?
I'm afraid not. It should be something that attracts attention but has no real importance. Something you can do without while you are on fishing tour.
What about the massage rod?
Oh, thanks. For me?
Does this device suffice as a deposit in exchange for the fishing rod?
Her face.
Yes. Feel free to leave it here.
Yes, that
Sure.
sounds like a good deal.
Just be sure to bring it back, will you?
Oh, sure. Okay. That was quite the exchange. So let's see if I can put these there.
What's this? The table stopped wobbling?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so very much. I was hardly able to focus on anything else but this cursed wobblery.
Let's talk to him.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir?
Got yourself a nice spot here.
You've got yourself a nice spot here.
The name is Baron Otto Titan von Trüberbrook.
Tannhauser, pleased to meet you.
Please come over. Don't waste the opportunity to put up with the company of a lonely, broken old man.
Are you from around these
Are you
parts?
from around these parts?
You may very well say so. I put all my life's work into the well-being and prosperity of Trüberbrook. I once was the owner of both. the mines, and the cable car. That's all.
Maybe he has the
history
key.
now.
Okay. Do you have any friends or
Do
family?
you have any friends or family?
My spouse left me for good, and my beloved Trüberbrook is slowly going down the drain. Only Claus remained loyal to me all these years.
Who's Klaus?
Alas, now even he has disappeared.
Yeah, who's Klaus?
Who is Claus?
Claus is my tomcat,
Oh.
an angel of an animal. He was the only one to always remain by my side. But now, he's vanished without a trace. Everything in this world is going down the drain. Mark my words.
Was Klaus abducted?
Was Claus abducted?
I don't know. Claus was always faithful and stood by my side. Then he just disappeared without a trace. You can't rely on anything in this world anymore. Let me tell you. It's just awful.
What kind of strange place is this?
What kind of a strange place is this?
Well, you should know. This used to be one of the most beautiful spots on the face of the planet. The fair and the fortunate came here for treatment. Travelers and tourists of all fashion. Citizens that weren't occupied in the tourism business found work in the mines. But it's all over now.
Okay. Do you still have the key to the old cable car?
Do you still have the key to the old cable car, by any chance?
Please excuse me, but I need to be on my own. I need some rest to mourn for Claus.
What?
Could you tell me something about the cable car in this town?
Don't bring up the old cable car. I don't even want to think about it.
What's with the cable car?
So what's with the cable car?
I used to own the cable car. In fact, the whole mine. Everything was taken away from me. Those maniacs destroyed everything. The cable car, the mine, the whole village.
Okay. Who are these maniacs?
Who are these maniacs you're referring to?
The Millennium Cooperative, a multinational conglomerate of enterprises. Ruthless and unscrupulous. They leave us little family businesses with next to nothing.
You run a mining business?
You ran a mining business?
Well, but yes. I am the Baron von Zülz, entrepreneur and mining engineer in the 3rd generation, district mayor of Trüberbrook Zülz and Trüberbrook Düssel, assistant secretary to the municipal council, patron of Trüberbrook and the arts, well known beyond the borders of this country.
Okay, so what do you mean by they destroyed everything?
What do you mean they destroyed everything?
First, they stripped me of the mine. Then, more and more dubious eggheads and foreign workers started pouring into town, driving visitors away with the gigantic machines.
Please, go on.
More and more outsiders came to town. What they were actually up to in the mine, no one knows for certain. But after a few years of quick profits, they shut down the place and closed the cable car all together in one go. Just think of it. This was my life's work. They closed down the mines, drove away the people, and turned a once flourishing community into a ghost town.
These must have been difficult times for you.
These must have been difficult times for you.
I appreciate your concern.
Any news about
Any
Klaus?
news about Claus?
Nothing.
Please excuse me.
So I feel like I need to find Klaus in order for him to give me the key.
There's a selection of local charcuterie on display. Würstebrei, Stipgr.
Right, we still had that. Had that before. Oh, I can interact with this.
I don't want to cover up these people's works of art.
Okay, but that tells me that we might be able to do that. Well, I think we will take a break here and think about what to do next and how to maybe lure out Klaus and get the key and maybe get the cable car running. Thank you all for watching today's episode of Trüberbrook. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a like, maybe consider subscribing to the channel, share the video with friends, family, and the people on the internet. That helps me out a whole bunch and will bring you more content in the future. I will be back with more Trüberbrook tomorrow. Until then, have a great time.